What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this week's episode. Before we get into it, I want to ask you guys to please press the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and even just elbow that bell notification button. It'd help us out, get some eyes on these amazing artists that we get on every week, right? Also, Inspired Vapor Company is still a sponsor of this podcast. So if you guys are out there and you're smoking, vaping, whatever the case may be, wanting to transition into vaping, then hit up inspiredvaporcompany.com and use the promo code Moose10 at your checkout. You'll get 10% off. You can even use that code in the store. So Moose10 at checkout for 10% off, inspiredvaporcompany.com. Hit those guys up. On with the show.
I'm a boxer, guys, so I kind of make it up as I go along. And honestly, there's so many people in and out of here almost daily.
Yeah.
And then we use that living room to rehearse in, so it's, I don't know. I finally thought, if I'm going to have a big house, I'm going to use it the way I want to use it for now. Track 2. Yeah, this should work pretty good. I'm going to just do a little snippet here and see how it sounds. So this song's called Something Something. It's going to be my very next single and video. I'm just working on putting the finishing touches on recording it. So she's got a 30-something body, a 20-something smile, 50-something attitude, and 40-something style. She's a little something something.
She's a piece of work in so many ways, makes it hard to stay away. She's a wild horse that can't be tamed, a hungry spirit that can't be blamed. She's a hurricane, a violent storm. Get too close, she'll do you harm. Like looking at the sun on a cloudy day. You shouldn't, but you do it anyway. You know she's got you coming back for more. She got a 30-something body and a 20-something smile, a 50-something attitude and 40-something style. She'll wrap you around your finger, always on your mind. She's first-class trouble, she's a one of a kind. She says it's really nothing, but she's my little something something. She'll take it all, you'll take what you get. There ain't no end inside just yet. She acts like a rebel without a clue, but once she gets her hooks in you, she'll drive you crazy, but you still want more. She got a 30-something body and a 20-something smile, a 50-something attitude and 40-something style. She'll wrap you around your finger, always on your mind. She's first-class trouble, she's a one of a kind. She says it's really nothing, but she's my little something something. She's badass bad, but makes you feel so good. She says she's just misunderstood. Never means to hurt no one, just looking for a little fun. She got a 30-something body, a 20-something smile, 50-something attitude and 40-something style. She'll wrap you around your finger, always on your mind. First-class trouble, she's a one of a kind. She says it's really nothing, but she's my little something something. She says it's really nothing, but she's my little something something. She says it's really nothing, but she's my little something something. My little something something. She's my little something something. She's my little something something.
you heard about our new radio station? It's called Funky Moose Radio, where we play alternative and indie rock, sprinkle in some blues and Americana. We feature the music from our guests on this podcast at least once per hour. These songs can be in any genre. We're working on getting the station on every mobile app available, but the easiest way to listen is at funkymooseradio.ca. You should also become a VIP because we'll be giving away some prizes. Again, check it out at funkymooseradio.ca.
You want to do the intro?
Why? You always do the intro.
Exactly.
No, don't put me on the spot.
Oh my God. You think after 3 years of doing this...
Not 3 years yet.
Maybe, pretty close. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Sit Down Podcast. We are here in...
Not in our normal setting.
Definitely not. We're here in Gary-O's studio in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. So we are hanging out with the Gary-O Experiment. Look at me, frick.
Blue Wall Studio.
Yeah.
Blue
Cut.
Wall Studio.
Edit.
Blue Wall Studio with the Gary-O Experiment.
There. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you sincerely for welcoming us into your home tonight. This was awesome, man.
The pleasure is all mine. I'm glad to have you guys. It's
Freaking right.
fun.
Nice. How long? Okay, I'm gonna dive right into it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
Who are you?
Yeah. So the whole thing, yeah, with our episodes, like, we want to get to know you, right?
Okay.
So, like, I want you to be as comfortable as you possibly can. Think of, like, we ran into each other at the bar, and we're just getting to know each other. That's all this is going to be. So,
Sure.
That being said, I want to know, how long have you been in the game for?
Well, I don't want to give you a specific number of years to give away my age, but I've been doing this for a very long time. Kind of started playing guitar as a teenager and, seen some shows when I was a young kid, and it just became one of those things that I wanted to know how the magic trick is done, from playing guitar to singing to lights to sound, and that's kind of what's taken me on my journey as far as kind of knowing how to do a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of jack all trades, master nothing maybe, but kind of working it still.
Yeah.
And anyways, I've had experience playing guitar, singing, bass in like many different bands over the years. And just recently, over the last 3 or 4 years, I decided to kind of step out on my own and start the Gary-O Experiment, and just maybe a little less concerned about being popular and getting airplay kind of thing, and just really wanting to
More about
sell my
passion.
soul a little bit, and just kind of write the songs I want to write
Right.
for me more so. And it turns out people are kind of digging them right now. So I'm just kind of trying to build that up right now. So
Right on.
that's why I appreciate you guys being here.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
It's our honor.
Yeah.
100%.
for sure. So did you start playing as a kid, and like the bands that you've joined, was that, hey, we need a guitar player, or hey, how did you roll into that?
Well, I don't know how long you guys have, but I do have kind of a funny story how I started. So I started playing like when I was 9 years old, got like this crappy acoustic guitar, and there was a group of about 8 or 9 of us who one of the teachers in the school was going to like teach us all how to play guitar at once. So, it was pretty mundane, pretty dry. And I remember doing my very first performance, and I think we played like Country Roads and the Green Grass of Home, and didn't really cut it for me. So that guitar went in the closet for like another 4 years.
Yeah.
And then I just ran into a buddy one time, and he had a Les Paul copy in his closet with an old Sears piece of crap amp, but if you crank the gain on it, you could actually get some distortion. I was like, whoa, okay, give me this thing. And he says, yeah, take it, man. And so I borrowed the guitar from him for like 2 years, and I just kind of got into it and started self-teaching myself until I got like into it enough.
Yeah.
Took some guitar lessons, and that's kind of been my road. I teach myself a little bit, take some lessons. I ended up wanting to actually really get into this, so I schooled myself. I did the 2-year program at Grant MacEwan Community College in Edmonton, and took their music program there after high school. So that was kind of a big step. I really just, even as much then as now, I decided I want to be a rock star when I grow up. So
Right.
and that was
And here you are.
and here I am still wanting to be a rock star when I grow up.
So were you have you been in Prince Albert? Like, well, minus going to Edmonton for the school and stuff, but like, were you always in the Prince Albert area?
No, I wasn't born and raised here at all. Actually, I kind of got transplanted here through my dad's work.
Okay.
We traveled around quite a bit when I was younger. And after I moved to Edmonton for school, I ended up coming back here and kind of have stayed ever since.
Right.
So family roots kind of put me down here.
Where's home? Where was home?
Where was home? I grew up in a small town called Davidson, Saskatchewan, between Saskatoon and Regina. That was kind of where I planted my roots, and that's where I kind of figured out that I wanted to learn how to play guitar and music and everything like that. So,
cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Cool.
So how old would you have been when you, like, after the school in Edmonton and you came to Prince Albert? Like, how many years have you been in Prince Albert
I've been in PA for about 25 years now.
25.
Something like that.
So you're a local.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
Like, this is my home now, and
Yeah.
I am really, like, I love the scene here. There's so many talented people out of this community that it's almost an anomaly. It really is. I talk to people who live other places, they can't believe how many people play music and are good at it.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, being from Prince Albert. Do you find, like, the music that you play, there's a lot of country music in Prince Albert. Like, there's a Country North show. You remember all that?
Yep.
So playing the music that you play, do you find it, like, is it hard to get a gig, basically?
It's harder.
It is, right?
You know, because I'm kind of just doing my own thing, and I'm a rock and roller at heart.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I dabble in the country music thing once in a while, and I have lots and lots of friends who play it, and that's their thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not knocking country music.
No, me
by all
neither.
means.
Neither am I. It is harder. You're right.
In Prince Albert, particularly, there's a lot of it's country heavy, right?
With that being said, I found it. If you're going to do rock stuff, it's got to be good. So that's why I've worked really hard at it, and trying to sell it as audio and a visual experience. You know,
right?
So
yeah, for sure.
I would still always consider myself an entertainer before a musician, just because that's kind of always been, but just the way I see it, you know.
Yeah. 100%.
So
I think if you and that's not the right phrase, but if you want to make it, you have to be able to do both.
Absolutely. I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I guess the third part of that equation is being able to write a good song too.
Yeah.
Songwriting is really, really important. And I guess in addition to the performer part, I really want to be known as a songwriter eventually. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, you're fantastic at it. Like,
I'm working it hard, man. So they say you got to write 100 bad songs before you write a good one, and I have written 100 bad songs.
Nice.
Guaranteed.
Right. Well, and I was really impressed on how you brought that song, like, acoustically as well. I have met and I do know some musicians that they're just not there yet. You know, they've got their rock ballads and all that kind of stuff, and they're not prepared to be able to do it acoustically, which is fine. Like, they're just not there yet, and I get it. But it's almost like I almost want to say you kind of need to have to be able to do that. Like, if you're going to go to Beach Radio or Rock 102 or whatever, like, you're not bringing all your gear there and doing an electric set. Like, you got to be able to convert that into an acoustic session, right?
And
like,
it requires a lot of flexibility. You love to have the whole band and everything just right.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that, can you still sell your song with just a guitar? Or just a piano or whatever, right?
It's a whole other. It's a whole other.
And that's taken a lot of years for me to feel like I'm there. You know, just to be able to present a song in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
But you're right. It's hard.
Yeah. It's a different entity, if you will. Yeah. Right. Like, for sure. Is that the first time you played that acoustically?
No, I played it acoustically a few times before, just depending where I'm at.
Because you fucking nailed it, dude.
Oh,
you crushed it, man.
I guess I have a little practice on it. So
nice, hell yeah. There's a line in there. Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
About a couple lines in the song. One, I want to know, was her name? Was it Betty?
No, Rita.
Rita, and the something
Lucy.
with the kite. There was
Lucy
something with the
Mr.
kite.
Yeah,
Mr. Kite. I want to know who that is.
Tons of tongue-in-cheek Beatles references. I wasn't trying to copy the Beatles. I was trying to pay homage to the Beatles, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I
kind
of had an idea to write a song about, you know, personalize the actual Lonely Hearts Club. What if it was an actual building? What if it was an actual club?
Right.
That's what the song is about.
Frickin' rights. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's
And
always-
I'd also noticed in the bathroom too, you got something hanging up in the wall. Is that like where that's kind of similar, if not to a T, one of the lines in the
there's
song,
not,
right?
It's actually,
It's similar.
It's close, but I didn't get it off the bathroom wall, which is
When I washed my hands there, I was like, I gotta ask that if that's where he got it. But-
three folks at home. It says,
Now I gotta pee.
what does it say? We're all
So-
we may not have it all together, but together we have it all.
yeah, right.
So a little different than the lyric in the song where we're all together, we're all apart. But yeah, maybe subconsciously that's where I got it.
That's- That's awesome. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, you're looking at me. Oh.
Yeah, I thought you had something.
Well, I kind of do. Like, where, like, you don't have a, a rinky-dink setup here. Like, where, at what point did you go, like, I want a studio?
Yeah, this is crazy.
Well, I've been in this house for 15 years. When I built the house, I said I have to have a room that, and I didn't really think it was going to be a recording studio per se at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It was just to have a music room more than
Yep.
anything.
Right.
And it just kind of evolved into just, I had a laptop with Pro Tools, and it's kind of just gotten bigger and bigger. And just over the last, I guess I'll backtrack a bit. So my last band was called Penny Rain, and we did a good portion of the album in Calgary at MCC Recording Studio there with my mentor and good buddy Johnny Sixpack Gasparic. But he taught me so much about doing it. He's like, why am I editing this? He gave me the hard drive. He goes, you go home and edit this. You have Pro Tools at home. So I started doing that, and that really is kind of what made this whole thing evolve into me doing recordings for other people, and even like the Gary-O Xperiment stuff. Now I do a few tracks still there just because I just learn lots every time I work with Johnny, and I find it's nice to have just put somebody else's hands on your own project. Sometimes you got to just step away just a couple inches, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is nice to be able to sit in here, and I do a lot of it right here. This was usually where stuff is first. I come up with things at first here, and then it kind of grows.
Right.
So that project, that band.
Yep.
Want to talk about Talus?
No.
Oh.
Fuck you, Talus.
Let's talk about Talus. Talus Scott is a brilliant drummer, and he played with me in Penny Rain for a number of years. And then when I decided to first do the Gary-O Xperiment, he was obviously the first guy I asked, because every band needs a great drummer, right?
Yeah.
And without him, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys, because it really did get things off the ground for me. And I'm really super happy for his success with Weapons right now.
Yeah, for those of you watching or listening at home, so Talus, the guy we're talking about, is the current drummer for the band Weapons that we seem to talk about every frickin' episode. So yeah, shout out to Weapons.
They're kind of in our lives at this point.
They're good.
No, shout out to Weapons. They're all buddies of mine. And
Talus says he loves you. I'm supposed to tell you that
he loves me.
He misses you and he loves you.
I love you too, Talus. Awesome.
On. Friendly reminder, you guys, about Muse Canada. They're a new arts and entertainment media connection and support network. So if you're an artist, musician, videographer, photographer, all that kind of stuff, check these guys out at muse_canada.ca. Skip the algorithms of social media. Connect with other entertainment professionals across Canada. Sign up today for $5 a month, and if you use the promo code FunkyMoose2021, you'll get 10% off. So hit those guys up. Check them out. Yeah, that was cool. I was the way I do my research, which isn't much, but when I'm preparing to meet with a guest and stuff, I'll basically just look them up on YouTube and check out their videos, right? And you have 2 current videos on there right now, so I hammered those 2 out, and I was like, right on. But then I started getting that bootleg stuff, that people record, and those were popping up. And so I was watching one. I think you're doing, what the hell's the name of the song? I want to say it's from The Killers or something like that.
Mr. Brightside, perhaps?
Brightside?
Maybe. There was 2
I
of
know
them.
there's some videos of that from me singing that.
Right. It was something you did in Saskatoon, and I was watching that.
Probably that song.
I was looking in real close, and I'm like, God damn, that looks like Talus, right? So I start texting him right away. And sure as shit, it was him. And then I found another one popped up. And so, yeah, I was just kind of bugging him a little bit today.
Right on. Cool.
Just giving him screenshots and YouTube links. And I'm like, look at you. I was like, cut your hair, fuck. He's got his hair so long.
I haven't seen him lately. I don't know if he has long hair.
He's got some long, shaggy hair
Right
going
on.
on
Good
right
for
now.
him.
Well, I love you, buddy. But yeah, no, that was awesome. And then I was like, holy fuck, like right on, man. So then I kind of was texting Talis about you today. He's like, hell yeah, tell him I said hi.
Awesome.
And then, yeah, so I kind of got in a, not a deep dive, but it was just on YouTube. But like I was watching like some bootleg stuff like that of you. Because there's only 2 videos on YouTube, man. How come?
Oh, there's probably more. You just got to...
On your channel, I think.
Yeah, there's just 2 on my channel right now. But
your phone's over there.
Yeah, my phone's right
Yeah,
there.
I am going to have to put some more up there just because people do send me those videos all the time. But you need a social media manager. You guys know what that's about. It's just, it's never ending
Dude,
work,
and
right?
each platform is different.
I try so hard to give the people who want to see my stuff a little bit more, but it's taxing.
Heck yeah.
So I'll work harder at it, promise.
Well, we're going to have the 2 songs that you perform for this episode too. Like I'll send them to you individually so you can like put them out however you want. It's not going to be like a, high-end music video or nothing, but yeah. Not yet. But that's yours, man, for sure.
Excellent.
So it'd be our honor to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So who are the artists that you've worked with from this studio?
In this studio?
This studio. What are some of the names that we might recognize?
Well, mostly local people. I've been recording for a gentleman named Glenn Strong and a band called Momentum Worship. I've done lots of stuff with them. Done some stuff for LJ Tyson locally.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah,
Shout out
great.
to LJ.
Yeah, LJ's awesome.
He's got
actually,
a show.
LJ's brother is my drummer now.
Is it?
Colton.
Yeah, right on.
He was actually supposed to be here tonight. I don't know where he disappeared.
Ah,
Too
dude.
bad. His loss.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Was that banging on the door?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
LJ's getting some, he's doing really well with that song Sober right now, hey? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Last I saw it was number 6, I think. Do you know if it raised any higher than that?
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I always love working with LJ. He's a super creative guy.
Hell yeah. And he's got a show coming out right away.
Yeah. I think it's this Friday.
Is it this weekend? Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty
sure.
soon, I think.
So 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so cut. But yeah, no, I think he's got a show coming up. I saw that, so I want to try and hit that one up for sure.
Besides LJ, who else have I worked with? Marty Ballantyne from Breach of Trust fame. He's done some stuff here with me. I'd have to go look into my hard drive to see. But
and
sometimes it's just like a one.
Yeah.
I'll come and just have me. Oh, Donnie Perano. I do a lot of stuff with Donnie.
Yeah.
Not usually full songs, but I'm always helping them do this or that.
Yeah.
So. Black Rain. They're another local
Black
group.
Rain, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Really good guys. Great group.
I'm sort of familiar. I
Familiar
know
with
the
who they are?
name, but I haven't really dug into them.
Yeah.
I will now.
Yeah.
So that's
Hell yeah.
Honestly, this really only started about probably 5 years ago, where I started doing other people's stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still working harder on the Gary-O Experiment, but
Freaking rights, dude. I love it.
But open for business, so if you need to do some recording, I'm happy to do it.
Nice.
100%. Yeah, and the contact information for Gary is going to be in the description of this video, you guys. So please just check that out if you want to hit him up.
Right on.
Or if you're listening in the show notes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Right on. What else locally? So living in Prince Albert. Before I get too ahead of myself here.
Okay.
Where and when was the last show that you were able to play?
I just played. What is it now? I played a month ago. I did a benefit thing for a friend of ours out at the Wildlife Federation Center, and
Okay.
kind of helped organize that. And had Marty Grambo come out and play some stuff. And
I saw that.
I feel like you have something coming up right away too.
I
No.
do. I'm going to be playing at the Prince Albert Brewing Co. on Saturday, May 28th again.
Nice.
Okay.
Bigger, better than ever. I just added a new guitar player to the band, and excited just go from 3-piece to 4-piece, which is part of the master plan.
Right. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
And, like I was telling you guys, I like things to be very visual. So if you came and seen it last time, it was cool, but it's going to be even cooler this time.
I hear pyro.
Well, they won't let me do pyro, unfortunately. I was like, hey, bigger lasers, fire, more fire, but no, they won't let me do that. But no, we'll definitely have a bigger show, and you probably a few surprises too. So
Hell yeah.
part of the whole reasoning of the naming the band The Experiment is so I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, and people will actually say, "Oh no, that works. It's an experiment." So,
That's good.
I like
That's
it.
smart.
and musically, it can be an experiment too. But like, especially the live stuff, I like to sort of just,
For sure.
put some Christmas presents and Easter eggs into the show, and just people are like, "Oh wow, I didn't know."
And probably literally too, right?
literally,
Christmas presents and Easter
exactly,
eggs.
yeah, exactly.
I love
you're
it.
Right, you're right.
So you have to come to the show.
You do have to come check it out because,
I
have to be there to see it in person to do it justice.
freaking rights. I love those kind of shows. Sorry, they're like two of my favorite performances that I've gotten to see live. One was Rob Zombie, one was Alice Cooper. And it was like, dude, I still don't know how Alice Cooper did it, but he like cut his head off in a guillotine. Like I saw him get decapitated.
It happened.
And then he like comes up out of another place of the stage, like just stuff like that. There's stuff all over the stage, man.
And I'm
happening.
so with you
love
on
it.
like this rock and roll theater thing, like it's always just been, that's the shit I love.
Yeah.
I love that. Maybe I'm not there yet with my show, but honestly,
Yeah, you're not
I would love to
cutting
take it there because I love that. I love surprising people and just having them go, wow, like, almost combining theater with the music.
For sure, for sure.
I love that stuff.
Hell yeah,
it's
man.
just, it's amazing.
What are some more memorable live shows that you've been able to see?
Well, a couple spring to mind. I've seen U2 back on the Pop Mart tour back in 1998, and that show was at Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton, and that was life-changing for me. It was just so amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of those things. Like, there was like lightning and thunderstorms happening around, and when they started playing With or Without You, it started like pouring rain, like just like somebody
way.
did it on cue, like standing there in the
nice.
pouring rain going, whoa, whoa.
Sweet.
It was crazy cool. So that was one that was really cool to see. Probably any time I've seen AC/DC. Those are pretty good shows,
Yeah.
I've kind of made a point to try not to go back and see classic bands that I loved so much because I've done that a couple times and been a little bit disappointed by it.
Yes.
And with that being said, I went and seen ZZ Top and Cheap Trick the other night.
Yeah.
And Cheap Trick just commanded stage. I'm a huge fan. I thought they played really, really well. That was really fun.
Nice.
That always worries me. Like
Me too.
The older, not the old guys, but the bands from way back that were cool way back. They're coming back on stage is like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna go anywhere.
I have a theory on why they do that too. It is because like somebody explained it, I don't even remember who explained it to me, but it made sense.
So the common theory is like they ran out of money, so they have to gig again.
Right, but that's not it though.
No.
Here's a theory that was planted into my head, which I'm trying to figure out. It makes sense. Is that you look at the Rolling Stones, for example.
That was going to be my next one that I told you about. That was an insane show at Taylor Field.
And in my opinion, they don't want to do that anymore. They're old, they're tired, they don't want to do it. But it's almost like they have to because of the 20,000 jobs that would employ for them doing the one show or whatever.
That and the promoter's greedy.
That's probably,
But no, you're right. Yeah. You're right about that.
Right?
It becomes such a machine that you can't just stop the machine.
Yeah, exactly, right?
And so we don't know the ins and outs of that, but I think you're definitely on to something there.
There's something there
it's
for
such
sure.
a big machine that you got to keep it going.
Yeah, and I never thought of that before. I don't even remember how that got put into my head, and I was like, that totally makes sense. Like, if you're the fucking Stones in your 70s, like, you don't want to go. You want to be, like, chill out.
But still, it's such an amazing show still. It's just crazy cool.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw them?
When they played at Taylor Field, whatever that was.
Well, you're still calling it
10 years ago or so.
Is that how long ago it was?
It was about that, I think.
You're calling it Taylor Field, so that was longer.
Yeah, it was definitely
Yeah.
Taylor Field. It
Right.
was Taylor Field.
So that was
still.
longer ago then.
Yeah, it was long. It was.
Oh, okay.
I think it was 10 or 11 years ago.
Right.
I don't know exactly. I have pictures somewhere around here, but it might have even been longer than that. But
yeah,
I don't remember. But.
So okay,
I remember my dad getting tickets for Rolling Stones through his work, and he was like, Stones, whatever. And then he went, and he came back, and was like, oh my God, that was amazing.
It was just fantastic.
Yeah.
my first concert I've ever went to was, I think I was 13 years old. I used to listen to like a lot of Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails. Like that was like I was hard into that goth.
Nine Inch Nails is one of the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them live a couple times, and
Hell yeah.
and you want to talk about rock and roll theater? That's the kind
That
of
was-
stuff I love because it's just so
Nine Inch Nails?
so visual. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like just visually, like there's so many different things going on.
But
and
so
I love that.
my parents were completely against it, rightfully so, right?
Rightfully so.
Antichrist Superstar and
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
all that
Marilyn
kind of
Manson
stuff.
is
Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
right. Like, oh, they totally made me burn. I had all the CDs, all the EPs. Like, literally, here's a fire. Like, throw that shit in there. Yeah, man, I got rid of a lot of stuff.
Thank
But
God for Napster.
my dad, yeah. My dad, so first concert I ever went to, my dad took me. I was 13 years old. He's like, I'll show you what real music is. And he brought me to ELO, Doobie Brothers, and CCR in Saskatoon. I was
Sweet.
13 years old. That was the first concert I
That's
ever
a
went.
cool first concert.
Changed everything, man. It changed everything. It was like, it was a whole new, like, it opened up a whole new world to me, right? Because I was like, so like Marilyn Manson, gothy kind of shit. And then this was like, oh my God, there's so much more out there.
And then you got stuck in that for, I don't know how long, until 3 years ago. And then
Yeah, another 20 years of that. Old 70s rock and stuff. Yeah, fuck yeah. But yeah, that was what was your first concert? First live show you've ever gotten to see. And I want to come back to that ZZ
I
Top
gotta
show. You don't even remember your first concert? Dude, what was your second? Your first concert was probably Moose Fest last year with the Steadies, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was your first live show. No, because we saw
No.
we saw Monster Truck in Saskatoon.
Yeah. No, but
I know.
I'm
I'm
thinking-
trying
I'm
to
thinking
like
way back. It's,
trigger
it
your
just
memory a bit.
doesn't. I mean, there was a folk duo back home.
a folk duo.
Yeah. It was technically a concert, but not a rock show.
Yeah. Interesting. I want to know more about the ZZ Top show the
Sorry,
other
I'm just
night.
going to tell you my very first concert
Yes.
was Helix and Kick-Axe at the Center of the Arts in Regina.
Holy shit.
And you know what the coolest part about that is that later in life, my band, which I forget which band it was, we got to open up for Helix.
No
and
way.
hang out with them after. I played pool with Brian Dorner, the lead singer. And then a number of years later, I actually got to do sound for a show of Helix. I got to be the front of house guy for that. So once again, I was like, hey, Brian, remember being in PA like God knows how many years ago? And me and you played pool, and he looked at me. Yeah, I remember that. So that was pretty chill. He
Hell
gave me
yeah,
a-
man.
Gave me a copy of his book and stuff, and yeah. So it's kind of cool that
Oh, I
things
love
go
that.
full. And I told him, I said, like, you were the very first band I ever saw at a rock concert, and it blew my mind.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool how things come full circle, and
I-
I always make a point to let a guy know like how much I appreciated what that's done for my life. You know.
That's interesting because a lot of like not everybody does that.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, you were saying you wanted to get to know me on a personal level, and honestly, I try to be as appreciative of everybody's efforts.
Right.
And even if they don't know they've done something for me, I always try to like
That
let them
shows
know that.
yeah, that definitely shows a lot of like empathy as
And
well.
I want that to come through my music too. I'm not quite
Yeah.
sure if I'm pulling that off yet, but I'm really working at it. Like I want it to be transparent and like
Yeah.
not not just phony. You know, what I mean?
Yes.
I want it to be like heartfelt. And once again, if I mess up some notes, so be it. But
That's right.
It's gonna be true. It's gonna be
Dude,
true.
hell
You
yeah,
know?
man. What would Lemmy do? Right?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
I guess, man. That's
So-
exactly what it is. He does it like, if you told Lemmy he can't play any rock, it has to be a country show. He's gonna tell you to go fuck off. And you
Yeah,
rock show.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, this is what I am. This is what it is.
Yeah.
It was you're asking what's ZZ Top Cheap Trick?
Yeah, I was just curious about the show. I do know some people that were there, and they had a freaking blast, man. Like, where were your seats? How close
Ninth
to the
row.
seat?
It was fantastic.
Yeah,
I was right
nice.
up front. Got to like.
Dude, you were probably beside my buddy.
It was so cool. And two things. I was so happy for the new bass player, the guy who used to be Dusty Hill's bass
Right.
tech.
Yep.
Like to me, that could be movie of the week. Like just
Yeah.
the guy was his tech for years and years and years, and finally gets the call. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
to me, I just love feel good stories like that.
But from what I understood is that he didn't even it didn't even cross his mind to take his spot, but it was like the other two members were like, well, here's
That's what
the
he's
guitar,
So
let's go.
humble, and he did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
He just fit right in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I'd never seen him before,
Yeah.
so like I wouldn't know how he would compare
Yeah, I
to
don't
what
even know
Dusty
his
Hill did.
name.
But to me, I was definitely watching him closely, and he kicked butt. He
Frickin'
just he
rights.
nailed it, and it was just
Oh, yeah.
it felt relaxed to watch it, like
Yeah.
because
Like
when a
natural,
band
that
is
na-
working hard at it, they weren't working harder. And honestly, I guess if you were somebody's tech for 35 years,
Yeah.
you're gonna know the parts eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just through osmosis, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting point there too. Like, if you can see on stage that the band is working at it, it doesn't seem authentic. It doesn't seem genuine. Like something's off. It's just not.
They're not prepared, right?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
Maybe not off per se, but yeah. And I've been there where it's like you're freaking working as hard as you can to not fuck up.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that that's not as fun though.
Yeah.
Because it's stressful.
Yep.
I don't like music to be stressful in any way. It's not supposed to be stressful. It's
100%.
supposed to be fun.
I agree.
And
100%.
fun and soulful. So
And that comes across to the audience too. If the audience sees that you're not having fun because you're trying to be perfect,
exactly.
I'd rather you not be perfect than having fun, because then I'm having fun.
And I am very, very, you want to talk about appreciation. I'm appreciative that the guys I'm playing with right now are all so good at what they do. They make me look good. And I can just kind of show up and do what I do, and they've got my back, you know what I mean? Like, and that's a shout out to Colton and my brother Terry, and soon to be Travis and Greg too. So
Nice.
and Johnny. I have 2 bass players and 2 drummers just to make sure I can always play. So,
Hell yeah, that's smart, dude.
well,
I like it.
I hate being on the waiting on the phone to see if somebody's available before I can say yes to a gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of I had a few questions about that too. So like, if you're doing all the production side of it and you're creating in here, but like you said, now you've got a band, right? I was gonna ask like, how is that when you go to do a live performance? But I guess I kind of just answered my own question there, because you've got a band.
I do, and I do have a sound. I have a separate sound guy too, who is taking care of business for me when I'm singing and playing.
Right.
But also being a front of house sound guy sometimes has definitely, I feel like it's given me an advantage at times, just to know how to make a show and make a room sound good.
Yeah.
Like that's a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Whether people are paying to see me or not, I just want them to have a great experience where holy crap, they sounded awesome, they looked awesome, it was fun,
Right.
and it was a good vibe, like
Yes.
that's what you need to have at every show.
agree.
I don't care who you are as an artist, those are the 4 things to be on your checklist.
I totally agree. The vibe, the mood of the room is a huge factor.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't matter who
And
you're
it
going to see.
starts with the lead singer, whoever that is.
You think so?
I do. I
Yeah?
totally believe that, because in my last band, I wasn't the lead singer, and I would try to bring that positive energy, but it really, I think it does come down to the lead singer.
Right, because all the focus is on
He's
him.
the first voice you hear.
Mm-hmm.
He's the first hello. And, it's...
Hey, what's up, buddy?
that's my son, Ethan.
Ethan, come say hi to the cameras.
Yeah. Pick one. Just pick your.
Yeah.
There's one there. There's one there.
Yeah, you can come sit by me if you want. Come say hi. Or come sit with those guys, whatever.
I'll move over.
So you,
My
now-
future guitar tech in
There you
training.
go. Right on. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
We're live on YouTube right now, and we got about I think there's 24,000 I think on right now.
Wicked.
So how do you like working with your dad?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he underpays sometimes, but for the most time, it's pretty
Sometimes or all the time?
Sometimes.
good. Sometimes.
I'm totally messing with you. We're not live right now.
I assume so.
Yeah, because it's like, where'd you get
Could
that
be,
number
though.
from, right?
I was like,
Hell yeah. So are you playing instruments as well?
tried learning guitar for a little while, but kind of fell out of it for a little bit.
Yeah.
But hopefully later, a couple years from now, I can get back into
But you are taking an interest in production and stuff.
Yeah, production work.
He started
Working with cameras and music.
lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Cool.
dude.
He's doing some lighting, and he's kind of starting to follow me around the soundboards a little bit. So maybe he'll be front of house tech or lighting tech or something. I don't know. Whatever he wants to do. I'm cool with any of it. So
Cool.
Nice. Love it.
I'm really pulling for guitar tech though, because I have a lot of guitars to haul around.
I hear this isn't even like half of them.
It's about half-ish.
There's a few under
a
the
few more out there,
stairs.
yeah.
A few in the bedroom. It's like his guns. He just has one everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I saw at the door that you have a little thing there. I don't call 911.
Yeah, it's good, eh?
Yeah. You see
Just to
that?
keep people
No, I didn't.
keeps people honest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't call 911 with 2 guns.
And
Yeah.
that is the 911, right?
Yeah.
Freaking right.
Well, should probably let you get back to your podcast here.
All right.
Like,
Keep it down up there.
yeah. Cranky music, stomping on the floors.
That's what I'm used
Only if it's your dad's music.
to. Yeah. Exactly.
See you guys.
See ya, buddy.
The Sit Down Podcast is brought to you by Funky Moose Records. Funky Moose Records is an online record store. We sell new and used vinyl records, storage solutions like inner and outer sleeves, and cleaning supplies from, for example, Groove Washer. We also sell turntables from Audio-Technica and speakers by Kanto. And if you're in the market for a record, how about this one? The Northern Royals EP. It is on gold splatter vinyl, and it's available at funkymooserecords.ca.
Okay, what were we talking about again?
I don't know, but you're very
Oh,
close.
the vibe in the
The
room.
vibe, yeah.
I think.
Just how the lead singer
You
can
like
set
that?
the lead singer sets a tone for the vibe, I think. And just,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's an important part of you show up somewhere and you can just feel it in the air, you know. That's easy top shot. You could just feel it. It's just a good vibe in the crowd. Everybody was like happy and
Yeah.
excited. And I love that. Like you just pick up. It's that intangible thing you can't really
You can't put your finger on
quantify,
it.
but you know it's there or not.
Did you
Yeah.
notice that at the EP release party in Regina? Like the vibe in the room that night?
Yes. I don't know if you're referring to the same vibe as I had, because I was in a different side of the room than you.
Yeah, I was like right up at the stage.
Yeah.
Maybe. I might have got some secondhand smoke in me too that night. It was a great night though. It was a great night.
It was yeah. It felt like everybody had a good time,
Yeah.
just in general.
Yeah, it definitely was a blast for sure.
Yep.
So, okay, the show you've got coming up,
Yep.
May 28th.
Yes.
Is it just your act that night? Like, is it solely you, or
I
is it
do
like
have a special guest. This friend of mine, Dave Arsenault, is going to do just a little short opening set. He's
Okay.
He just moved here a little while ago. He's from the East Coast, and he's just got this amazing. You talk about vibes.
Yeah.
He just has this energy to his playing, and he's just going to be just doing his own thing with an acoustic. But you got to see him.
Yeah.
You just got to see him because he's just fantastic. So,
Well, where can people get tickets for that?
just at the door, $10 at
Really?
the door. Yeah.
Oh,
There's
dude,
no-
I've been like
There's no
making
advance
it,
tickets.
I've been making it like trying to make it a mission for people to buy tickets before the door.
Well, and you know what? The people were phoning me last time, but there was just nothing set up for it.
Yeah.
So it's all at the door.
Yeah.
I know a guy that does websites.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hell yeah. No, I see that, like, so we went to, Mark and I, we were at the Dead Levy EP release party in Regina. So
Yeah.
there was Braden King, The Radiant, The Hour Hand, and Dead Levy.
Deadly.
And before the show, nobody quote me on my numbers here. I have no idea. I'm kind of just pulling this all out of my ass, right? But I want to say there maybe was like 80 tickets sold a couple hours before the event. And a lot of people purchased tickets, you know, like an hour out and like at the door. It happened so quick, people were getting turned away at the door. Like sold out
way.
crowd,
Yep.
man.
Well, I'd
Like
love to
with
have
it-
that happen, but
Right?
Yep.
But why does it have to be
Yeah.
like a freaking hour before the show, man? Get your tickets like
Yeah, that's
last
true.
week. Everybody, in my opinion, people who are like that are people who just wait because something else might come along. Like, fuck you guys, man.
Well,
I'm
that
so
always happens,
I'm so
though.
against that because you want to know what's happening? I'm telling you what's happening.
yes.
So commit to it. This is what's going on this day. This is the event, right? And people are like, oh, well, we'll wait and see. What are you waiting for? Like, I
What if-
kind of need your help to put this
What if
event
Aunt
on.
Tracy comes for a visit?
Then you bring her.
Yeah.
Get her a
If
ticket
we're
too.
going to rock and roll,
Yeah,
Tracy.
exactly, yeah.
Oh man, it's like if it's the last thing I do, man.
Well,
I feel
you know what? That's a great attitude, and I agree 100% with you. But just,
it's not the way
in
it
the
is.
age
I
that we're
know.
living in,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, man. Live entertainment's a pretty tough sell when you have so many other options, right? So that's what my mission is, to make it
Yeah.
so it's the best option.
It's
so.
the option.
It's the option.
Yeah.
The only option. So
I'm not sure if I agree with you. Like there is a lot of other stuff that's available, but nothing is like live music.
I agree. There is nothing like it. And like the last time I played here in town at Prince Albert Brewing Co., it was rocking in there, and people really appreciated the music, and they appreciated the show. And the way I know that is that everybody's eyes were on the band for the entire night.
Right.
Instead of just talking and stuff,
Yeah.
they were watching, not just listening. That warmed my heart.
Yes.
I know I'm doing something right when people are watching and listening. So
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got to give them a little bit more to watch. So like I said, you're going to get a bigger and better.
Is there a lot of venues in Prince Albert to
Not
play
really,
at?
no.
Like what would you say are like the top 3 or 4?
Honestly,
that's
If there,
pushing it.
if there's even that many.
I don't think I know the Fuel Stop maybe has the odd band up on Second Avenue
Okay,
once
yeah.
in a while.
And there's
But,
stuff at the EA Rawlinson,
Yeah, the
right?
Rawlinson's, the Rawlinson's a great place to perform.
Yeah. Are they
That's-
building a new one, like in that whole new development area? Just
well, that's going to be the new rink for the Raiders to play in.
so then maybe
I don't think they're actually doing any auditorium there.
I don't
Swimming
think they
pool
are.
and two rinks. Like one is going to be a practice rink, and the other one will be like the new home of the Raiders.
Yep.
So
That's
then
what I've heard
what's going to
anyway.
happen with the existing Art Hauser
I
Center?
don't know. I'm not sure.
That could maybe be one.
Yeah, well, and I did play at Ars Hauser earlier in the hockey season after one of the games.
Hell
up
yeah,
in the
dude.
Chess Leach room, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
pretty rocking in there
Yeah.
after that game too. Yeah,
That's
Hell
a pretty
yeah.
big room.
it is a big room, and
Yep.
honestly, it doesn't really matter where. But if you're gonna be if you want to do a rock band and have the full on thing, you do need a little extra space, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I wish there was a few more places to play, but I've been
I do
trying to
too.
get creative, and
Yeah.
well,
that's like-
anywhere that wants to book me, I'll figure out a way to do it. So
That's exactly it. Like that creativeness. That's kind of how we started Moose Fest.
Yeah.
It was like, like we mentioned earlier, how it's kind of like country heavy in our area,
Yeah.
right? And we wanted a rock show.
cool.
So we
good,
were like,
good on you.
let's
How do I
bring
get
it
in
to
on
us.
that? By the way.
Well, the step 1 is being a guest on the podcast. So you're on your way, buddy.
All right,
Check.
good.
You're definitely on your way.
Cool.
But yeah, that's kind of a little bit of the origin on that too. It was like we wanted to bring it to us. We want a rock festival, right? And
Awesome.
not that there isn't any here, but there's not enough of them.
There's not enough.
Yeah,
And
for
there's nothing
sure.
really close to here. Well, I guess Chesterfest now.
Yeah, but
Yep.
that's I don't know. Like yes, but it is also a different thing too.
It is a
right.
different
But yeah.
Also great.
oh yeah,
also great, yeah.
fantastic.
Yep.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Joel at Chesterfest.
Yep.
And Kayana.
I a couple like maybe mundane questions, but I do want to make sure that I don't forget them. Is one, I have a feeling like Byron Matthijs, right?
Yeah, I know.
Do you guys know each other like
No,
pretty
I would
well?
say
or-
well. We've met
Yeah,
before, though. Yeah.
right. Yeah, and I'm only asking because like you're from Prince Albert, he's from Prince Albert,
Doing
and
the
then
music thing, it's a small scene.
yeah,
You
well,
probably
that's,
know
yeah,
each other.
yeah, I suppose. Right? Yeah, like that's why I was like, it might be mundane. Another one too. I feel like we're like, do they still do the Country North show in Prince Albert?
Yes.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, it's still a thing. They had it again during the Winter Festival this year.
They did, right?
Yeah.
Were you ever a part of that or done anything there?
Funny you ask. I think it was about 10 years ago or so. Because the rock and roller in me wanted to just kind of be a bit of a shit disturber too. So I actually
Like what would
auditioned,
Lemmy do?
And I got in and I got to play in it, which was a blast. It was super
Hell
fun.
yeah,
Just,
dude.
Great people to work with. And
My
it kind of goes back to your earlier question about being, a rock and roller in a country world kind of thing. But I guess I wanted to be in their world too. So
Yeah.
it was great. I made lots of new friends then that still friends to this day. So.
freaking rights. Yeah, I was gonna say like my mom used to sing in that too, so I was kind of
really?
getting at. I was curious if you would have known who she was. Noreen Gaudet was her name. So mom sang in the Country North show back in like 99, 2000 to 2003 or something.
No,
He wasn't
that
there
was-
yet.
No, yeah.
No, I think I was around, but I probably wouldn't have been attending it at that
Right,
point. But
yeah.
no, I don't think I know her.
Yeah, she's passed now, but
Okay.
I was curious about that,
Interesting.
being from Prince Albert here.
Yeah.
But yeah, hell yeah, dude.
I have lots of friends who are still singing it all the time. And, I've been happy that they have the rock show experience now, so
Yeah.
that's given me my own avenue of
Right, to
kinda
dominate
to
in.
be me. I just want to be me.
Did you play there 2 years ago?
Yep. Yeah, and this last year too.
Okay. Then I've probably seen you live.
Yeah, you probably have.
Yeah.
No, it's
Oh, I thought of another maybe mutual acquaintance.
who's that?
Do you know Jared and Megan Meyer?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Jared's I'm tight with Jared too.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh,
shout out
Jared's
to
a beast.
Salon 6, you
But
guys.
it's actually thanks to Jarrett that I've been recording Momentum Worship. He kind of connected the two of us. So
Hey-o.
yeah, so,
Right on.
yeah, Jarrett's a beauty for sure.
Hey, Momentum. Isn't that, what's his name from Trader's Gate is in there, isn't he? Or no? Maybe I'm wrong on that. Is it not Cody? What's the singer's name for Trader's Gate
Cody.
again? Cody?
Yeah, no,
Cody's not in it?
no.
Okay, Cody's in another band. There's like another
Yeah.
thing going on there. But yeah, coming back to Jared and Megan. Shit, I've known Jared for a solid, couple decades.
Okay.
Easy. Yeah, for sure. We used to party.
Right
We
on.
used to party. I'll just say that.
Yep. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I've known Jarrett for probably, 7-8 years maybe?
Right on.
Yeah.
Use this for a little selfless plug for Salon 6 in Prince Albert,
They should
Saskatchewan.
sponsor the show.
Yeah, I should charge you for an ad, dude, just for dropping that. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, buddy.
He's going to be cutting my hair soon.
Oh shit.
He had tagged me in one of your posts a couple months ago, I think. He
really?
he had just put like
What a
my
guy.
name in there and was like, "You're welcome." Kind of like his way of
Awesome.
saying, "Reach out to this
Yeah,
guy,"
yeah.
right?
Awesome.
Yeah, I love that guy. Right on. So I think what we're going to do is, if you want to just let the viewers and the listeners know, like where specifically, where can we direct them to find your music and stuff like that, and then I think we'll kind of pack her up and get out of your hair here.
I have your Facebook, your Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff, but your probably one-stop shop is go to the Gary-O Xperiment.com, and that's experiment with an X, no E. And you can find links to my YouTube channel and everything else there. So I usually try to keep it updated as far as upcoming shows, which once again, May 28th at Prince Albert Brewing Co. And I'm also playing the Prince Albert Street Fair on June 8th, which I believe is a Saturday as well.
Hell yeah, you guys.
Right on.
Or June 6th, I forget what the date is, but yeah, that's Saturday. So
Right on. And the links to all that will be in the description of this video. So
Yeah.
I want you to know we appreciate the shit out of you. Thank you so much for welcoming us into your home.
Yep.
I appreciate you guys coming and just talking about my music. So thank you very much.
Dude,
It's been
right
fun.
on. You are part of the family. So anytime you want to come back on and just shoot the shit, man, the door's wide open for you.
Wicked.
Or if,
Awesome.
or if you
Anytime.
have something to promote or
Yep,
something,
you
let
got
us know.
some gigs on
Awesome.
you.
I'll come up with something good for you for the next one.
Cool.
Right on, my dude. Appreciate you.
All right, guys.
Thanks,
man.
buddy.
Awesome.
Thanks, you guys.
All right, this next song is called The Lonely Hearts Club. I wrote this a little while back. It's the song that I just released a video, and it's out on Apple Music and Spotify. So check it out. This is the acoustic version.
The other day I said good morning to a lucky man, and he just waved. I just stood there as he walked away. I've always wondered what he meant to say. Wish that I was getting better. Couldn't admit that she's leaving home. Her name is Rita, she is so lovely. She broke my heart, left me alone. Now I'm standing here alone at the Lonely Hearts Club. Am I the only member left? The lights are out, the sergeant's gone. No one left to sing their song. I'm the only one at the Lonely Hearts Club. Without you, I now look within me, but I can't find anything at all. My heart is riddled with the pain of all these years spent fixing up this hole. I look around, there's no one with me. I can't find Lucy, no sign of Mr. Kite. I wanna get by, maybe just get high. Maybe some friends could make it right. So here I am
done, my friend.
Thank you.